loved him because he was under me before I became a team lead. So that's
So, what did you hate about her?
I think it wasn't healthy, but when I close my eyes, I can see the Google Sheets.
That transition from being agents to TLs, was it lonely?
As a team lead, you are probably the policy.
Wow.
So serious.
I thank you.
Welcome to Beyond the Call, where we get to know Sophians both in and outside the workplace. Today, I'm joined by...
Hi, my name is F. I'm the senior team lead here in Sophi.
And I am Spencer, not a senior, but a team lead, not Sophi.
Okay, so can you guys give us like a quick rundown of your work history? Did you guys start as agents?
Yes.
I do.
Sophi is my first company. So after graduating, I joined Sophi and I started off as a probationary, like a project-based agent for 6 to 9 months. And then I became a regular agent. And then I became a tier 2. And then I eventually became a team lead. So that's like a short history of my life here.
Okay.
And I think just a year ago, I became a senior team lead.
Okay, how about you, Spencer?
Sophi isn't my first company, video company. It's my second. And I also started as an agent, outbound calls. Then moving up to inbound and then transferred to chat. I then had the opportunity to go into the tier 2 or subject matter expert role. And then in 2023, was it 2023? Yeah, I stepped into the project leader role. Then last year, I became a team lead.
I see. Okay. That transition from being agents to TLs, was it lonely knowing that you kind of became the other side, you know? You were once one of them and now you're not with them. Spencer?
One of them is probably, you get to sit with them in a coffee shop and then just discuss about those weird things happening at the company or at the office. And then you get to exhaust all the frustration because you hate that colleague, you hate your team lead. Yeah, and then transitioning to not one of them anymore is a little tough. As a team lead, you are probably the policy. It's like that idea of moving from one of them to having it by yourself.
For me, I didn't really feel like it was lonely because I became a tier 2 for like a year or so. So it was like a phase wherein I was kind of like, I saw how it means to become a team lead, but also not necessarily being an agent per se, specifically for our account. But I had really great support system. I'm able to talk to my co-team leads as well, so it wasn't as lonely as it would be. But I do get like sometimes I can't share so much with the people I used to speak with casually now because of the position.
I see. Okay, next, is there a call that you remember by heart? Not exactly not the worst call that you've had, but something that until now kind of repeats in your brain.
I think it was one of my first inbound calls because this is my first BPO experience or working experience. So one of my inbound calls was like a frustrated customer about a delivery order that they don't know where is going. And at that time, I was very new and I didn't have all the tools yet. Product knowledge wasn't really there. So it stuck with me because that was like a pivotal moment. Thinking just, if I don't know enough, then I can't really help the customer if I don't have the tools. So from then on, I made sure that I knew what I was talking about, like the product, and I made sure that I have the tools and requested to my team lead at the time that I should have access because then I won't be able to assist the customer.
Nice. Okay.
Also with my inbound call here, it was like I know that a refund is possible for that. I mean, a refund is not possible, but there is this humanity, we call it. So we can request for like a courtesy to approve that. But I was hard to the customer, not to them getting a refund. So then the customer said, "Why did you just do the math? I've been a customer with your company for like 10 years." So that hit me, and then that's when I realized, better to not just stick with the numbers, but also have sense with dignity when you want to take care with your customer. And that's something I also wanted to imply to my agents, like not just here because you want numbers, but also listen to your customers too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so serious.
And I thank you.
Speaking of agents, since you guys are the team leads, you sort of absorb the negative emotions of your agents
Yes.
as well, their frustrations. What does burnout look for you guys, since there's that baggage already, plus your own problems?
Tell me.
Tell me. No, she might have seen this on.
Yeah.
But at my station, I'll just move my chair, or no, adjust my chair to the very lowest possible it could be, and then adjust my monitor super down, so that I will just relax. And then I feel like I have to, it's away, or I'm away at my monitor, but then I have to adjust my vision that go super near the monitor because I just hit the phone. But that's already exhaustion that I'm feeling, a burnout. Oh, actually, I do also overthink. Like, for example, I had a coaching session, and then when I go home, wake up, brush my teeth, I will then overthink, did I say it correctly? Did I offend the agent? Or what could I have done, or what could have done better at that session?
I am a witness to some of those burnout sessions. And I think vice versa. I think Spencer also have seen some of the burnout phases that I had. But for me, especially when I was a very new team lead, I think it wasn't healthy. But when I close my eyes, I can see the Google Sheets.
Oh no.
The sheets and like all the documents that I was working earlier in the shift rather. So it was that, but as years go by, I think exhaustion for me was more in a mental exhaustion, because we're required to think, especially we have to strategize as well as to meet numbers and how to speak to our agents well. So it's the mental exhaustion that's more, I guess, that pulls the energy super down. If you see me just looking at the ceiling for a while, I might be like at the point where I'm feeling the exhaustion already.
I see. So, outside work, how do you cope with this exhaustion? What do you guys do to make sure that when you come back to work, you're like, I got this. I have the energy. I got you guys.
Ooh, pickleball. No, I mean, that's one, maybe, but that's on a weekend only. So,
Start hitting you think of the agents that you don't like.
oh no.
The customers, you're like, I don't get this person.
Should I say yes?
Yes.
No. So yeah, on a weekend, and then after shift, I just had this very brand new idea to go to the gym. And just to avoid that burnout. But it's still popping up every time I go to the bathroom, take a shower, then still popping up to my head. Like what she said, you have to strategize your next move on that day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like thinking ahead of what's going to happen next.
I see. Okay.
For me, I'm kind of like an introvert. It might not be very very obvious here 'cause of the role that I have, but I'm introverted, so I tend to just read books and doom scroll. Yeah,
I see.
brain rot. Yeah, so that's what I do.
I see. Very, very Gen Z. Just
Yes.
okay. You guys get a lot of new agents. Oh, you guys get new agents a lot. I'm pretty sure. If you guys could give a 3-word text or a very short message to your newbie self, that's not serious. Like, what would it be? Something like, "Don't drink 5 cans of energy drinks," or something like that.
Ooh.
Can it be 4 words?
Go.
I'm only thinking of unplug the headset.
For me, because I also overthink, so I think I would just tell myself like, just go get it, girl. Just push through it. Like, do not be in your head so much.
I see. So when you guys were agents, obviously you guys were under another team lead. No? Yes?
Yes.
It's a yes.
I looked at him because he was under me before he became a team lead. So that's why.
So, what did you hate about her? I'm kidding. No.
I'll answer now.
No.
Now is your time to tell me. I can take criticism, Spencer.
No, but on a bit serious note, what's like since you guys were under someone else, what were a thing that you liked about their leadership style that you applied to your team now? Let's start with you since you were the OG.
Oh, senior citizen. I think it's the don't be so detached. Like be casual, but also maintain the boundary. I like when I can talk to my team lead before, like I can joke with them and not not be too uptight, I guess. So I try my best to also do that with my agents as well, because that is what I felt that made me share more about what I'm doing before. So yes.
Yes. Okay, Spencer, no copying of answers. Okay?
Okay. One thing I learned, not really one thing, but what I learned is don't be so into numbers. I mean, leadership can be the policy of the company, but also try. Oh my gosh, should I not copy it? But it's about detachment. Because don't detach yourself to your team, because in that way you will get a little more bond with your team, and then you have that shared experience, and they will learn from you. You will also learn from them, and it's not really just about the numbers that you're hitting. It's about the camaraderie that you have as a whole team. So it's one thing I learned from her. And also coaching sessions. She's so great with handling one-on-ones.
I see.
I can attest to that.
Well,
Thank you.
As a senior citizen.
okay, kind of connected to what you said about not everything about hitting numbers and stuff, but what's one thing that you look for or you commend agents for having, like a skill that they have or an attitude that they have towards their work?
I guess for me, the proactiveness, and the just being a hard worker, but also
Jug in place, chat.
yes, jug in place. Just being able to be proactive. I think that's one thing that I saw in Spencer as well. That's why he's a team lead now. Back at you. But yeah, just being proactive in different ways, like not just with work, but also like raising their hand when there's like an issue, or saying that TL just, or like TL, maybe we can go out and as a team. So things like those little things I really appreciate because yeah, like I said, I'm an introvert, so sometimes I also want that everybody around me is in high spirits so that I can also lift my energy up. So yeah, I think if agents are just proactive in a lot of ways, I think the team would be very or in high spirits, I guess, and would be efficient.
Okay.
Yeah, related to proactive is how they initiate those things that sometimes I miss, and they're the ones bringing it to my attention. So it's still related to proactive. And also how strong they are in terms of emotional stability, like how they receive complaints and then they're still showing up to work, and yeah, how they deal with those customers who are super agitated already. And that's one thing that I can also commend them.
Maturity, I guess, also.
Maturity. So every day we deal with one, you guys have your scripts, and then another is just business jargon. If there was one phrase or word that you could replace with something else, what would it be?
This might sound too Gen Z, but like I want to maybe to replace I understand where you're coming from to maybe something like not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I can see why you're side-eyeing the situation. It might be too Gen Z or like too woke. But yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Was it too?
Yeah, probably I would just say it's still related to I understand your frustration, something like that. Maybe can I just say, man, I know that sucks.
Yeah, casual.
I feel you, brother. Something like that.
Bro.
Yeah, I got you. Or maybe the opening spiel, like instead of how can I help you today? What brings you to our phone call today?
I see. Your work self is very different from your house self, your home self.
Yeah.
So what's one thing that your family doesn't know about you, maybe as a leader or as an employee?
They really don't know. They really don't know about me here.
Should we blur your face for the whole interview
Yes,
na lang?
please. Witness number one. Yeah, they don't know how I'm here at work. I think I made it a point where I have like very strict boundaries of like my work self and my like what you call like home self. So they just know like I'm a team lead. And, like what I do here, probably they have an idea, but not like I don't share.
Like how you are.
Yeah, I don't share how I am here in the office. Just so that I made it a conscious effort because I don't want to bring my like the issues I have here at work to my house and then vice versa. So just not to blur my face, but blur the lines there.
Yeah. All right, Spence.
What I do not share is my ninja moves.
What did you?
No. I'll be the Michelangelo. No. So yeah, just that. But seriously, I share what I've been through. Wow, that's a big phrase. But no, I share with them what my day to day looks like, but not to the entire point of I'm stressed with this agent, I'm stressed with that, and because I also wanted to get their side how to handle stressful situations because they are mature, they're adults. So it's also best to ask or consult your parents how they can handle stress. But I do not really share that much information from here because I wanted to leave the work at work.
I see.
Yes.
Yes, you wanna add
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Let's go back to a bit your younger selves, what were you guys dreaming of becoming? And is that dream dead? Is it still being fulfilled? What's up?
Short answer, no. When I was really young, like high school kind of young, I wanted to be in the film world.
Okay.
Yeah, because my school at that time, we were, our assignments more of like, or our projects are more of like making movies or short films out of the topics that we have in the classroom. So I was really fascinated with all that. But then when I went to college, like the practicality happened. So I went into a business management course.
Yes.
So yeah, in short, I'm not doing it. I consume film now more than like actually trying to be in film. Not as an actress, but like at the behind the scenes. I just want to make that clear. I don't dream of being an actress. But yeah.
Okay, so like, but when you consume films now, do you kind of see it through that lens? That you
Yes.
kind of like, oh, I like the way this looks, this was shot. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fun.
How did they get this shot? Or like, this is very fascinating. Even the script, like I get, wow, like how can they write that line? Where did it come from? So yeah.
True. Spence.
Didn't know about that.
FAQ.
Now I know. Wait, maybe you can join that.
Yeah, the two.
Yeah, I wanted to be an astronaut. That's the wildest dream. But yeah, of course. Technically, it didn't. It wasn't fulfilled because astronaut is so expensive. But yeah, after astronaut, pilot, and then landed into the engineering degree. But yeah, it isn't like ghosted. It's still there. The passion is still there, but I just love how this corporate world works. And yeah, you kind of experience like for example coaching. I think for team lead could be a little managerial roles like that in the future. So it's still it's like a stepping stone for you to achieve your future goals career.
One coaching session closer to being on the moon.
Closer to being on the moon and being one of the traders.
After us. Artemis too.
Okay, last question. If you can finally breathe. I felt the tension. Anyway, on weekends, what's one thing that you guys do that's non-productive and essentially it's useless, but for you, it brings joy? I mean,
Is playing pickle useless?
no, sort of productive. Sort of
Yeah, it's not useless.
like something like rotting on the couch or something.
I just want to go to the moon.
Moon?
On a weekend and then file vacation leave Monday, Tuesday. No, it takes 6 days to go. 3 days to go to the moon and then 3 days back to Earth. So I would file additional days, 4 days, so I could still go back to Earth.
Yes.
Long weekend.
I don't know.
Yeah, very long.
But yeah, but seriously, I'll just sleep maybe. Doom scrolling.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. TikTok. Or just be nosy in somebody else's life, like celebrities, like read blind items. Yeah, I don't think that's productive. That's useless. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah.
Recently downloaded TikTok. So,
Recently?
Recently, she is a living witness
Yes.
that I downloaded TikTok just recently.
Yes.
And yeah, it would make my day unproductive.
It's like a void. Just
Yes. It's a
Yeah,
void.
just scroll everything there.
Black hole.
I see. Anyway, do you have questions for me?
Okay.
HR.
Yes. Is this the time we promote our movie? Oh.
Yes. Go.
Nah, but yeah, I don't have questions. You have
Just kidding.
questions?
No, actually, that was it. That's the episode. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having us here in Beyond the Call.
Yeah. See you
Yeah.
on next
Episode.
But I'll see you guys on the floor, right?
Yes.
Floor-
Yes.
no.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.